We had 4 Summer League games in action on Tuesday night. The Grizzlies, 76ers, the Spurs, the Thunder, the Jazz, the Hornets, and the Kings all had teams in action. And then China was also there. I love that like China's just there. That's a fun
Can
development.
we have a discussion on China being there?
Yeah, we can.
Like, come on, man.
I mean, I love it personally, but
Just put up a fight.
I mean, China's covered against the spread, I think, every game they've been in. They're definitely putting up a fight.
Oh, oh, that's
Yeah.
okay. We're counting that as a fight. Okay, I got you.
So we've been doing these periodic summer league takeaway videos. We might start doing these on a daily basis once we get like a lot of teams in action. And luckily for us, I think going forward, there's at least 4 teams in action pretty much every day, which is fun. But I think a lot of players played well last night. Some of our favorite players also didn't play last night. What are some of your takeaways from Tuesday night's NBA Summer League?
Yeah, free Malik Hall. That's I think that's my very first one that I throw out there. But look, there's like there's a point where you're watching Summer League where you just kind of just got to sit back and just be like, it is Summer League, and you just got to like stop breaking down things, stop hoping to see a certain basically kind of basketball and understand how like it's going to be played. But like there were some moments that I took away, and I think yesterday was the first moment where we got like kind of like a one-on-one, like little back and forth thing going, in my opinion. Like I know like Edie and Kessler were kind of like going at it, I suppose, but like they both couldn't get touches like that. But last night, specifically in the Thunder and Jazz game, like Dillon Jones and Bryce Sensabaugh were kind of like going back and forth and chirping and clapping and giving each other buckets, which I very much enjoyed. And I'm hoping to see that kind of moving forward to the rest of summer league. Because look, like I said, sometimes the brand of basketball is not the best given who is on the court, right? And like how the team situations unfold. But it's nice to see guys compete in this, right? And maybe take things a little bit personal and get after it a little bit. And I appreciate seeing that.
Yeah, I don't need to keep explaining to people why I love summer league. It's free basketball. It's all of the favorite guys that I've loved watching at the college level that their careers may be coming to an end soon, or they're not reaching the heights that they want to. And they get this opportunity to play desperate, show what they got. I just love it. It's free basketball. I thought there was a lot of individual performances last night that like deserve some whoa, you got my attention now. You mentioned the first one, Dillon Jones. That dude rocks. Like he's awesome. Like I think he's incredible. And we talked about it in the pre-draft because he had that quote. He was like, I had to be the guy to learn what the guy needs. And like that's just such a clear understanding of how, he comes from Weber State where he had to do everything. And he knows he's not being drafted to do that in the NBA. He needs to change his game, change his mindset completely. He joins the Thunder organization that's awesome. And he just wants to fit in and like find ways to contribute. He's gonna contribute. Like this dude can do everything on a basketball court. He had 21 points last night, 7 rebounds, 4 assists. And like he is a guy to me, if you look through the other game that he had earlier this week, like he had 7 assists, 10 rebounds that game. Like if it maps with his college production, like he can board it, he can pass, he can shoot, he can score, he can defend. He just does so many little things on the basketball court. I think the Thunder got an absolute steal, and it's fun to watch. My second biggest takeaway is not a player takeaway, but it's just a general takeaway. We can't load management in summer league. We can't do
Mhm.
load managing, and that's happening everywhere. Like all these teams are doing this. The sport is intrinsically cooked if organizations are load managing their summer league players. Like if you are going to load manage someone, don't send them to summer league at all. Like either you want these dudes playing, getting reps, or you don't. It's not a every other game bullshit thing. And that's happened now. Walker Kessler with the Jazz, Zach Edey with the Grizz. There have been other guys. Stephon Castle with the Spurs. Like play game 1, took game 2 off. I assume they're back for game 3. That's ridiculous. Why? Why are you at summer league if you're not there to get reps? And I don't blame the players for that. It's the organizations, I'm sure, who are doing this. And Edie did twist an ankle, so maybe that's a different situation. But it's frustrating to me. Like everybody here wants to see Zach Edey play. The other night when the Spurs were on, I wanted to see Stephon Castle play. So if you're not going to play, why are you even at summer league, Cart? I don't get it.
Yeah, it doesn't really make much sense to me. The only thing I can think is like there is like some nagging type, like you mentioned it with E twisting his ankle.
Why is Walker Kessler not playing?
Oh, because they just want to throw him out there for one game before they trade him. Would you imagine how mad they would be if Walker Kessler
That's
got
true.
hurt just before they traded him? They would be disgusted.
That's true. Castle looks fine in game 3. Sat game 2. Looked fine in game 1. Like we're doing load management. It's bothering me.
Why is it bothering you?
Because don't be in summer league. Like I'm summer league is about like let's watch these
But
young dudes
I
hoop.
know it's long though. It's long.
Then don't send the dude. Like just send bad
Well,
players.
you gotta send them for a little bit. Let them play a couple of games. But
I hate it personally. I do. Quick hitter other stuff from me. Jared McCain's passing looks kind of for real, and I don't think we saw that at Duke at all. He had 4 assists in the second game against the Grizz. They lost by 2. Everybody knows he can shoot. I kind of thought he was just going to be a pure like off-ball floor spacer. Maybe that's what he becomes if he's like a rotation player for the Sixers. But he's had some really flashy passing stuff. I just feel like we never saw it at Duke because the ball was always in Jeremy Roach or Tyrese Proctor's hands for the most part. Are you surprised, like I am, that he's showing some of this?
uh, not really. Just because I think Jared McCain, for as good as a shooter he is, he's just an extremely smart basketball player, and he plays within himself, and he also like knows like what he is. Like he knows he's not like just a supreme athlete or anything like that, but he's very crafty. And I think that craftiness gets thrown into like how he scores the basketball, but I think he's just crafty in all facets, to be honest with you. I think he is an underrated passer. He sees the game very well. It bodes very well for I think what the Sixers need too. Like a guy who can be a knockdown shooter who you can also trust to make the right pass. I
Yeah.
think really maps with what they have and like the other superstars on their team.
Yeah, like Maxi McCain is an awesome backcourt on paper, and that doesn't even take into consideration like they now have Paul George and Joel. Like,
And it also doesn't take into consideration just verbally like that works.
yeah,
McCain Maxi McCain,
it's good. It's really good. It sounds like a presidential ticket.
Maxane,
Yeah, yeah, it's good.
McCaxey.
It's good. McCaxey is not the one.
Not the
Uh,
one. Okay. I'm workshopping.
I gotta give some love to a guy that I slandered recently, Jalen Wells. When I went on the Grizz show with Daniel Greer, shout out to him. I was screaming about how much I love Zach Edey, and he asked me about the other draftees too, like Cam Spencer. I said I thought it was a great fit. That looks true right now. But he asked me about Jalen Wells, and I was like, look, man, point blank, I'm shocked that he signed a guaranteed contract. I don't see it. I think there's better guys in this draft. If you were looking for the 3 and D, I think there's a lot of questions. I don't expect him to ever play. In game 1, I thought he looked thoroughly overwhelmed. That was when the Grizz had everybody else there, like Gigi and Laravia and Pippen. All those dudes sat because again, we're load managing all of them as the Memphis Grizzlies summer league team. But Jalen Wells took over the star role in this game. He had 23 shot attempts, 27 points. He hit the game winner to win the summer league game against the Sixers. So got to give him some credit where credit is due. But we'll see if that type of role translates when the actual good players get back in the game.
Also good just to see a Grizzlies player knock down 3-pointers
Yeah,
outside of Cam Spencer. Like, thank God.
that is good. 2 Spurs things quickly. I'm still buying the Stephon Castle point guard stuff. He had 5 assists in his second appearance against this China team. He was 8 for 21 from the floor, 21 shot attempts for
Can,
Stephon Castle.
can I jump in really quick with the Castle thing as well?
Yeah,
Love his approach to summer league, even despite like maybe the percentages not being as good. This is like what you want.
yeah,
You want him to get reps. You want him to get shots up, be high usage, have the ball in his hands. And look, 8 for 21 is not bad at all. Like I'll take that. But he was able to do some things. Passing the ball, rebounding the ball. He had the dunk, which was nasty. I really like how Castle is approaching summer league and how the Spurs are like approaching it with him.
yeah. 5 assists to 1 turnover. That's the story for me. Like he is looking like an NBA starting guard, whether that's at the 1 or the 2. But it really seems promising for his long term with Wemby. And then Harrison Ingram was awesome. He had a double double, 16 points, 10 rebounds, 3 assists. Uh, do you buy Harrison Ingram as an NBA player?
I do. I do because I think that he brings into like I think that he's a good defender. I think he rebounds the ball at a very high level for his size. And I think he also does some things passing as well. He'll be a guy who will find himself in the NBA like I buy Harrison Ingram as an NBA rotation player actually.
I think it entirely comes down to his shot, and he was 3 for 5 from three in this game. But like, obviously, if you could pull 10 rebounds down as like a wing, that's good, and he can pass the ball too. He is well rounded, much like Dillon Jones. But to me, he's always been, I don't even want to say a streaky shooter, but an inconsistent shooter. Like really, his year at North Carolina was the first time his shot looked legit. And if that translates to the NBA from the further line, then I can buy it, like a decade-long career. If it doesn't, I don't think there's going to be much for him. But it was good to see. Like that was really productive, and it was the Stephon Castle and Harrison Ingram show. Final takeaway for me from Tuesday: we correctly assessed this when we did the roster breakdown of this organization. The Hornets are here to win Summer League, and they are winning Summer League. Like I think they're going to win every game they play.
Have you enjoyed watching the Hornets at all?
Yeah. Like there are not the exciting names I'm like seriously invested in, but I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm starting to enjoy Xavier Simpson playing basketball.
I was gonna say like I've for the most part enjoyed like Nick Smith Jr. Bryce McGowan is actually playing well. In like his like maybe his final summer league to actually make it happen. So that's good for him. Uh have they maybe I missed it. Have they said anything about why their number like 6 draft pick isn't playing? Is he being low managed?
Haven't heard.
Interesting.
Maybe they're saving him for real summer league and just had him skip the California Classic. I don't know. But
Okay.
when you got Xavier Simpson card, does it really matter? I mean,
I didn't even notice Xavier Simpson out there.
is Cassius Winston in summer league? Where's he at?
I don't think so.
Does Bayern Munich have summer league?
No.
Does he play for Bayern Munich?
No, he does not.
Who does he play for?
You know what? I'm not really sure the name of this team, to be honest with you.
Tough. Any other takeaways?
Do you guys have like a summer league like wall banner thing that you guys have like in the
Yeah.
facility?
Yeah,
You
we
do?
do.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
we
all.
really do. It's special. Car, you know what I love about you?
That I'm handsome?
You're reliable. I can count on you. Honestly, you remind me of Aaron Henry a little bit. Remember when their back was against the wall, nothing was going right, and man just showed up every day. He didn't make excuses. There were no problems. There were just solutions.
Sounds like me.
That's you. And it also reminds me of Duncan Mechanical Solutions, because if you're looking for quality furnace repair, look no further than the heating and air experts that you can trust. Comfort and quality are their standard. They're an HVAC company that serves Northeast Indiana and Southern Michigan, whether it's heating and air conditioning, plumbing, kitchen and bath remodeling, or emergency services when you need them most. Duncan Mechanical Solutions has reliable service that you can count on. Cart, remember when your basement almost exploded?
I remember when my basement almost exploded. I remember when my furnace itself was acting funny. I remember when my AC was acting funny. I wish I had Duncan in my back pocket. I wouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, I mean, I've never been anywhere in northern Indiana or southern Michigan that hasn't been perfectly cool or perfectly warm, depending on when the day called for. And that's because of Duncan Mechanical Solutions. They are the presenting sponsor for the month of July. Shout out to Duncan Mechanical Solutions. Go to duncanmechanicalsolutions.com to learn more.